Okay, so if you have not used an impulse sealer before, this is an impulse sealer. You can find these on Amazon, probably on eBay. What these do is they have an electrical current that runs through a wire that's underneath this tape here. And as you press down the lever, it activates that current, which heats it up. And there's a little rubber pad on here that presses the packaging down onto this little fabric tape here to allow for it to fully seal. So what that does is it will create a seal across the top of your packaging right here. This is really important for a professional look on your soap bars. And what I do is I will trim this excess here and then use my heat gun to shrink wrap these, completely shrink it down so it's a nice tight seal on the soap. And this is particularly important for any of the glycerin bars when you use a soap base like this one, because they will attract moisture in the air and create glycerin dew on the bar. And it doesn't really, it's not so much of a problem when there's not a lot of humidity in the air. Here in New Hampshire, it's not really a big deal. Down in Florida, it was a very huge deal. So it's important to make sure that your soaps are fully wrapped and sealed so that they don't attract moisture and create that glycerin dew. So these are very simple to use. On one side of it, we've got this little dial here that shows us the different temperatures you can use. And mine usually needs to be between 2 and 3, depending on the gauge of the plastic that I'm using to seal. Thinner plastic goes down to a lower temperature. Thicker goes up to a higher temperature. You don't really need to get into the red zone there on that. That's a little bit too hot. So anyway, all you need to do is get your plastic shrink wrap bag, place it in like so. I like to flatten it just to create a nice neat seal. Press it down all the way. This little red light will turn on as the heat is activated, and then according to whatever temperature you have it set to, it will turn off. So let me put this here so you can see it. So just press it down all the way, and once that little light turns off, your seal is complete. And then just trim it and shrink it up.